Morning and welcome to my new video on economics chit chat today. We are going to talk a very interesting as well as a quite heated topic today, and that's going to be between the India versus China, the war that is the proxy war that is going on. I would say that the border issue that we are having with China along the line of control or the line of action that we are talking about is more predominantly needs to be looked in from the trade standpoint of view rather than just looking it out from the country standpoint. As a patriotic person, I do pray, I do wish for our country to be the world number one. And definitely every citizen in this country is patriotic about his nation. But let's look at the economic impact that a war can cause. Now, India and China are two countries in the world which are said to be in the number one and number two position when it comes to the emerging economics. China being the manufacturing hub of the world, and India just a place or just one notch down. India has also started coming up as one of the world class manufacturing facilities. Today, if you look into India, we are probably a leading manufacturer in almost every sector as far as possible. Now, this war that is bound to happen or that is not likely to happen, we really need to look into it from an economic standpoint, because if the war happens, if there is any kind of disruption that is going to happen, that will break down our ties altogether. And there would be a major impact on the exports and imports altogether. So it is for us to understand that we need to start thinking trade wise. I'm using the word trade wise. We need to be wise enough so that our trade impacts are not affected. We need to resolve this issue from the dialogue standpoint rather than taking it from a defense or from an arms standpoint. So our objective here is that to see that we resolve this issue as quick as possible and we seize the opportunity post this COVID era and start becoming a manufacturing leader. Now, if you look at the exact scenario, in many parts of the world, Chinese products are getting banned. Chinese products are getting a complete break altogether. So somewhere, India is now getting an opportunity to manufacture what China was doing. So India could probably seize on this opportunity and start manufacturing whatever they want. It could be in the area of defense, it could be in the area of aerospace, or it could be in the area of chemicals or agriculture or any other related factors. So for India, this is a very good opportunity for us to seize the momentum and start manufacturing the global demand altogether. Now, in China, the other problem that you would start seeing is the word called transparency. Many of the governments across the globe have always complained against China, saying that they are not maintaining transparency neither in their governmental affairs nor in the trade or exports. They have only tried to manufacture and dump their goods across the globe. So for India, this is another momentum to seize, another golden moment, I would say, where India can prove its technology, prove its ideas, prove its expertise in manufacturing. We are known for our ethics, we are known for our values and principles, and India is being respected worldwide for its cultural practices. Now, imbibing those cultural, moral, ethical practices, we start manufacturing the demand for the world. We start manufacturing whatever the world needs. Let it be from sanitizer to probably the most important or the most complex thing in space. If we start taking up this opportunity and rebuild our economy by starting up all the MSME industry, by providing them adequate capital support, probably we would see a better life, we would see a better progress in the coming years. Today, the IMF had talked about the factor that there is going to be a dip, there is going to be a constriction in the global economic scenario. This applies to almost every country in the world, including China, including India, everywhere there is going to be a dip in the economy. But the same IMF has also predicted in the report that the coming quarters there would be a bounce, there would be a rebound which would be on a double the pace altogether, and we would recover as soon as possible. Now, that recovery word, if you look in economics, has been possible only if we are able to generate higher levels of employment, higher levels of productivity altogether. So, for India, the lesson lies ahead is that we start back with our MSME industry. We bring back all those migrant laborers with better jobs, with better wages and better opportunities, so that India does not lag behind in the race. Tomorrow, after the corona is over, after we start reshaping and rebuilding the economy, India will definitely have an advantage with the early start, so that we would be able to take over the world, stand as an example, and tell the other countries that yes, we have reached the position number one. So this is where we need to think economically rather than going in for the war. I do understand and I deeply mourn for the loss of lives of our dear soldiers who have bravely laid down the life. They have really struggled, they have really stood to their words, they have sacrificed their life for our sake. Hats off to their braveness, to their duty, and to their commitment towards nation. But we should not lose further lives. We should not put our people more into hunger and disparity. We should start thinking technically, strategically, how to beat China as a manufacturing hub. We should beat China economically rather than hitting them on the weapon or on using your muscle power. We should make China repent for the factor that they looked at India at a demeaning position, at a down-to-earth position. Now, this is the opportunity when India should seize upon its technological prowess. If you look across the globe, all the important technical offices, the technology offices like Google, like Adobe, like Microsoft, all the company CEOs have been Indians. That means Indians have proved across the globe that they are technically strong people. Using their combination, using their ideas, using their opinions, India should start employing the technological inputs and start manufacturing and make the manufacturing output so strong that we should become the world number one in terms of manufacturing. Now, to bring on to this factor, if you look economically, one of the major factors that have always been in supply is the technological inputs. Higher the technical versions, higher the technology, the country will be able to supply goods at a higher rate. So in this case, India can make use of deep learning, artificial intelligence, or bringing into factors like machine learning and imbibe those technologies to the small scale and medium scale industries and make this industry more effective in terms of productivity. So this is the time, my dear friends, that we should join hands together. We should start thinking where are the opportunities for us to make India a stronger manufacturing hub. This is not the time where we start spreading hatredness about the other country. This is the time where we need to spread the patriotism, the true love towards the nation, where we should make each and every Indian realize his strength, his potential, that yes, we can make India a stronger nation. We can make India the world number one economy, combining the strength, combining the skill, combining the knowledge, and every single factor that has been instilled in us. So, my dear friends, I would kindly request you to forward this video to as many people as possible. Subscribe to my videos. Let us share knowledge. Let us make our nation stronger. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful session. Meet you again tomorrow with some more topics, and let us keep learning and let us stay blessed. Thank you once again for joining me today.